All right. This is a Roho cushion, R-O-H-O. And it's a bunch of rubber air cells, which are all connected with little tubing. So when you push hard here, the other areas pump up. The idea is when you have a sharp part of your bum, like your ischial tuberosity, it'll push in here, and it'll make the pressure around the outside higher so that this part never gets down to the hard part of the chair. It's filled with air, and it's made so that there are four corners, basically, four collections of cells, and they're all connected through this valve. Green makes them all connected. Red makes them isolated. This one's not really working well, but the idea is to fill it, have them all communicating. And when you put in air in one area, like this corner, it'll fill them all. And when it's filled, then you can put it into isolated. To fill it, we use this little filling valve. This is just a tube with a valve seat on this side. We'll call this the proximal end. We'll call this the distal end. I've added this because the filler tube that we had fell off somehow. This is just some 1/4-inch fuel line with a little metal spring clip that I've covered with some black tape so it's not abrasive. To fill it, you hold the proximal end and you unscrew the distal end. One turn only. Only one turn, because this is a seat inside here which seals to the female end. And so it only has to be unscrewed at one turn, and there are internal air pathways that now open up. And you can take your Roho cushion pump. I've modified it with a little brass fitting so I can just stick it into the fuel line, like so. And then we can pump it. And you'll see there's one filling, and then the next one, and the next one. The thing is, resist the urge to overfill these. It should be really squishy. If it's too full, the person feels like they're on a beach ball and they're gonna fall off. If it's too soft, of course, the bumpy parts of the bum, like the ischial tuberosities, will get down to the hard part of the chair, and then the skin overlying it will be pinched and you'll get a pressure ulcer. So you find the sweet spot. So when you actually fill it, have the person sit on the chair and you slide your hand underneath the bum and feel the ischial tuberosity, the bumpy parts of the bum. And you should just be able to get your finger in and move it fairly easily. If you get it in and it's sort of jammed underneath down to the hard part of the chair, obviously it needs more air. But if you put your hand in and you can really move it around, that's too full. The other way to tell if it's full enough is you just ask them, does that feel good? Anyway, once you're filled, give it a turn, one turn, just finger tight firm, don't over tight it. You don't need tools, just snug. This is extremely low pressure. This is probably only a couple of pounds of pressure. And then you pull that out and you put this somewhere safe. And I recommend you label it, because otherwise people have no idea what this is. It's the Roho cushion pump. And put it somewhere safe. And that's it. If you really get stuck, you could fill it with anything. You could use an air compressor gun, but be very delicate with it, because an air compressor will put 100 PSI out into a car tire. You just need to dribble the air in here. You could use a foot pump for a mattress, all manner of pressure pumps if you get stuck. But you could actually just blow on the end of it and you could inflate it sufficiently. There you go, Roho cushions.